I somras delade dataspelskoncernen Embracer ut aktierna i dotterbolaget Asmodee till aktieägarna och senare i år knoppas Coffee Stain av och noteras på First North. Idag rapporterar Embracer, som snart döps om till Fellow Entertainment, sitt andra kvartal för det brutna räkenskapsåret 2005-2006. Omsättningen sjönk med 19% till 3,8 miljarder och det justerade rörelseresultatet summeras till 109 miljoner kronor. Det här är siffror som landar något över analytikernas prognoser för kvartalet. Och med oss för att kommentera denna rapport finns Embracers vd Phil Rogers. Welcome to EFN, Mr. Rogers.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
How do you sum this second quarter for Embracer?
Well, we delivered in line with where we expected. So no surprises. We recognize that there were moderate expectations. But we remain on track to deliver what we commit through the fiscal year of at least a billion SEK of adjusted EBIT. How do I reflect? I think it's a quarter where we see positives in our entertainment and services division, where we got some great top-line growth. We've seen strong merchandising coming through from Lord of the Rings and the Middle-earth IPs. And we still see some softness, of course, in PC console, and that came through today in the PC console margins. So lots to reflect on, but also lots for us to look forward to into our pipeline and beyond.
What would you say are the biggest achievements this quarter for Embracer?
Well, there's many. I mean, if I call out one, perhaps one or two, I think putting ourselves in the position where we were in August, we saw some softness in Kingdom Come: Deliverance II. This was a new relaunch in February early this year. And the first quarter for our fiscal year, we did see some softness in gamers with we thought some competitive pressure in the market. And so we doubled down on execution plan for this quarter, and that's come through in the numbers now. We see increased engagement around Kingdom Come: Deliverance. We had a successful launch of a DLC called Legacy of the Forge. It's great to see gamers coming back into that. And even yesterday, to come current, the team announced that now we're over the 4 million player mark, units sold, which is testament to the team. They had the plan and they delivered on it. So perhaps that's one, but there are others.
Sales were down 19%. Any disappointments?
There are. I mean, that was, of course, it's a smaller organic decline on PC console when you factor in investments and foreign exchange. We saw disappointments, and the team's working very hard against this now in a new launch of Killing Floor 3. That came out to softness. We had some performance issues technically and some game design issues. It's what we call more of a live service game. So now we're in the market with players. We're listening and getting a lot of great feedback. And that's actually the approach that Tripwire Interactive, the studio behind this game, based in America, has had with the prior successes with Killing Floor, to listen to the community and engage. So that's the journey we're now on, and that's the turnaround that we're committed to. So that was certainly softness that, again, we anticipated when we spoke in August, and that came through in the numbers today.
Mm. And okay, this summer Asmodee was distributed to the shareholders, and later this year Embracer will snap off Coffee Stain as a standalone company. Will this streamline your business model?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we see that sharpened focus. We know now through the Asmodee spin-off how that creates more agility for them and more agility and nimbleness also, and more focus for Embracer. And we see that naturally continuing when Coffee Stain achieves its spin-off, which is on track for December. Got a very key moment on Monday with its capital markets event. So for sure, we do see that focus. And we're excited about those plans.
Next AAA release will be The Rise of Hydra. How critical for Embracer as a company will this release be?
So just to correct on that, that's actually a game we're working with our partners at Skydance and Skydance and Marvel. It's a Marvel game, The Rise of Hydra. Announced that game is now running later, so that hasn't been dated now from our partners. So we're waiting to hear from them. So we'll move into our next fiscal year with our own AAA games. But we have a slate coming out in the near term. One in particular I'm excited about is Reanimal from a Swedish studio, Tarsier. So these are the creators of Little Nightmares, and that's a really exciting launch for us as we get into our stride through the end of this fiscal year. We just had a demo which launched, and it was great to see gamers exploring the early chapters of that game, and based on the feedback we're reading and receiving, we're super excited about it.
So let's look further into the future. Next quarter, you forecast the EBIT to be 1 billion. Would you say this marks a small turning point for your business?
It's the overall EBIT, so we're consistent with that. There's the overall EBIT for the adjusted EBIT for the fiscal year that we remain intact to deliver to 1 billion. So actually, next quarter we see in line, maybe up a little bit compared to this quarter, and then obviously it waits into Q4. But yeah, we're absolutely committed to, and we feel we're on track to deliver to that 1 billion SEK adjusted EBIT for the fiscal year. Yes, absolutely.
Det säger alltså Phil Rogers som vi tackar, koncernchef och vd för Embracer, som snart alltså byter namn till Fellowship Entertainment och ingenting annat. Tack.